Zac Efron. In the mid-2000s, Zac Efron was the poster boy for the Disney Channel, captivating audiences with his charming smile and musical talent in High School Musical. However, as he transitioned into adulthood, Efron faced significant challenges, grappling with typecasting and personal struggles that led to a noticeable decline in his public image. In a remarkable turnaround, he embraced diverse roles, showcasing his versatility in films like The Greatest Showman and the documentary series Down to Earth, which highlighted his commitment to sustainability and wellness. Now, Efron is recognized not just for his looks, but for his depth as an actor and advocate, redefining his identity in the public eye. Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff first captured the spotlight as a teenage star on Disney's Lizzie McGuire, embodying the relatable, quirky girl next door that resonated with a generation. However, as she transitioned into adulthood, her image faced challenges amid the pressures of fame, leading to a period of career stagnation and public scrutiny. Rather than fade away, Duff reinvented herself, embracing diverse roles in both television and music, while also becoming a successful author and entrepreneur. Now, she is recognized not just for her early fame, but for her authenticity and resilience, as she balances her career with motherhood and continues to inspire fans with her journey of personal growth and reinvention. Jennifer Lopez. From the glitzy stages of the early 2000s, where Jennifer Lopez dazzled audiences as a pop icon and romantic lead, to her recent role as a multifaceted entrepreneur and cultural force, her journey exemplifies profound reinvention. The mid-2010s brought challenges, including a perceived decline in her music career and a shift in public perception, leading many to question her relevance. Yet, Lopez pivoted, embracing new ventures in fashion, film production, and even social activism. Today, she is celebrated not just for her early hits, but as a symbol of empowerment and resilience, proving that her influence transcends the initial image that first captured the public's imagination. Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum first captured the spotlight as the charming lead in films like Step Up and Magic Mike, where his impressive dance moves and boyish good looks defined a generation of romantic leads. However, after a series of mixed reviews and a noticeable decline in box office success, Tatum faced a turning point that prompted him to reassess his career. Embracing a more versatile approach, he shifted from traditional leading man roles to exploring diverse projects, including producing and directing, as seen in Dog and the Lost City. Today, Tatum is recognized not just for his physicality, but for his creative contributions, showcasing a depth that resonates with audiences eager for authenticity in Hollywood. Steve-O. In the early 2000s, Steve-O was a household name, known for his outrageous stunts and fearless antics on the hit show Jackass, where his wild persona captivated audiences. However, as his career progressed, personal struggles with substance abuse became increasingly public, overshadowing his comedic talents and leading to a significant decline in his professional life. In recent years, Steve-O has turned his narrative around, embracing sobriety and channeling his experiences into a career as a motivational speaker and podcast host. Today, he is seen not just as a daredevil, but as a symbol of resilience and transformation, using his platform to inspire others to confront their own challenges. Justin Timberlake. In the early 2000s, Justin Timberlake burst onto the scene as a former member of Time's NSYNC, captivating audiences with his boyish charm and pop anthems like Cry Me a River. However, as his solo career took off, he faced a significant setback, grappling with public scrutiny over his personal life and a series of mixed reviews for his artistic choices. Timberlake took this opportunity to reinvent himself, transitioning into a multifaceted entertainer known for his acting roles and collaborations across genres, while also embracing a more mature image. Now, he is seen not just as a pop star, but as a versatile artist who has navigated the complexities of fame and personal growth, reminding audiences of the depth behind the glitz. Nicole Richie. What happens when a celebrity steps out of the spotlight and redefines their identity? In the early 2000s, Nicole Richie was best known as the party-loving socialite from the reality show The Simple Life, often overshadowed by her famous friends and a lifestyle that seemed to embrace success. However, after facing personal challenges and a public struggle with her image, Richie took a step back, focusing on her health and personal growth. Today, she is celebrated not just as a fashion designer and entrepreneur, but as a mother and advocate for a balanced lifestyle. Her journey reminds us that reinvention is possible, transforming public perception into a narrative of empowerment and resilience. John Cena. In the early 2000s, John Cena burst onto the scene as a charismatic WWE superstar, captivating audiences with his larger-than-life persona and signature catchphrases. However, after a series of injuries and a shift in the wrestling landscape, Cena faced a downturn in his wrestling career, prompting him to explore new avenues. Embracing acting, he transitioned into Hollywood, starring in films that showcased his comedic talent and versatility, such as Trainwreck and Bumblebee. Today, Cena is celebrated not only for his wrestling legacy but also as a beloved actor and philanthropist, redefining himself as a multifaceted entertainer who resonates with fans across generations. Bradley Cooper. What happens when a star steps back from the spotlight? Once celebrated for his roles in romantic comedies and action films, Bradley Cooper was a familiar face to audiences, embodying charm and charisma. However, after a period marked by personal challenges and a shift in public perception, he took a bold leap into directing in more complex roles, including his acclaimed work in A Star is Born. Today, Cooper is recognized not just as an actor, but as a multifaceted artist who has redefined his career. This journey of reinvention reflects a deep commitment to growth, reminding us that even the brightest stars can find new paths in the ever-changing landscape of fame. Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore stands as a testament to the power of reinvention in the public eye. Once a beloved child star, she captivated audiences in films like E.T., The Extraterrestrial, but faced significant challenges as she transitioned into adulthood, grappling with the pressures of fame and personal struggles that led to a decline in her career. However, rather than allowing her past to define her, Barrymore embraced a journey of self-discovery, launching successful ventures in film production and television, including her own talk show. Today, she is celebrated not just for her talent, but for her authenticity and resilience, transforming her narrative from troubled starlet to a relatable figure who inspires many. Keanu Reeves. What happens when a beloved action star steps back from the spotlight? In the 1990s and early 2000s, Keanu Reeves was the face of blockbuster films, known for his iconic roles in The Matrix and John Wick. Yet, after experiencing a series of personal tragedies and a shift in Hollywood's landscape, he took a step back, allowing his public persona to evolve. Today, Reeves is celebrated not just for his cinematic prowess, but for his humility and kindness, often seen engaging with fans and supporting charitable causes. This remarkable journey from a high-octane action hero to a thoughtful, grounded figure reflects a deeper understanding of life, resonating with many who admire his authenticity. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman first captured attention as the rugged yet charming Wolverine in the X-Men franchise, becoming a household name in the early 2000s. However, as the years progressed, he faced the challenges of typecasting and the physical toll of his iconic role, leading to a creative pause. Rather than fade from the spotlight, Jackman reinvented himself through diverse projects, showcasing his musical talents in The Greatest Showman and returning to Broadway, reminding audiences of his versatility. Now, he is celebrated not just as an action star, but as a multifaceted performer whose journey reflects both resilience and a commitment to artistic growth, earning him a cherished place in popular culture. Paris Hilton. In 2026, Paris Hilton stands as a multifaceted entrepreneur and advocate for mental health, a stark contrast to her early 2000s image as a socialite and reality television star, often defined by her party lifestyle and tabloid headlines. Initially thrust into the limelight through her family's wealth and the success of The Simple Life, she became synonymous with the excesses of fame. However, a series of personal challenges and public scrutiny prompted a pivotal shift in her narrative. Embracing her identity beyond the glitter, Hilton has since focused on business ventures and activism, reshaping public perception from that of a mere heiress to a savvy businesswoman and influencer committed to meaningful change. Kelly Osbourne. Kelly Osbourne first captured the public's attention as the rebellious daughter of rock legend Ozzy Osbourne on the reality show The Osbournes, where her punk style and candid personality made her a household name. However, her journey was marred by struggles with substance abuse and a tumultuous relationship with her image, leading to a significant decline in her career. In the years that followed, Osbourne embraced a transformative path, focusing on fashion, television hosting, and advocacy for mental health and addiction recovery. Today, she is seen not just as a celebrity, but as a resilient figure who has turned her challenges into a platform for empowerment, reshaping her identity and public perception in the process. Miley Cyrus. In the late 2000s, Miley Cyrus was the epitome of Disney stardom, known for her role as Hannah Montana, captivating young audiences with her dual life as a teen pop star and a regular girl. However, as she transitioned into adulthood, her image underwent a dramatic shift, marked by provocative performances and a departure from her wholesome roots that polarized fans and critics alike. This bold reinvention allowed her to embrace a more authentic self, exploring diverse musical styles and personal narratives that resonated with a broader audience. Today, Miley Cyrus is recognized not only for her musical versatility, but also for her candidness about mental health and personal growth, redefining her legacy in the entertainment industry. Selena Gomez. In 2026, Selena Gomez stands as a multifaceted artist and mental health advocate, reshaping her public identity beyond her early days as a Disney Channel star and pop sensation. Once celebrated for her youthful charm and catchy hits, Gomez faced intense scrutiny that led to personal struggles, including health challenges that prompted a shift in focus. This turning point allowed her to embrace authenticity, leading to a successful transition into producing and advocacy work, particularly in mental health awareness. Today, she is recognized not just for her music and acting, but for her candid discussions about self-care and resilience, marking a significant evolution in how the public perceives her. Queen Latifah. In the early 1990s, Queen Latifah burst onto the scene as a groundbreaking rapper and actress, gaining recognition for her role in the iconic sitcom Living Single. However, as the years passed, her career faced challenges, leading to a period of relative obscurity. The turning point came when she embraced a diverse range of projects, transitioning into film and television with notable performances in movies like Chicago and her own talk show. Today, she is celebrated not just for her musical talent, but also for her powerful presence in Hollywood, becoming a symbol of empowerment and versatility, and leaving an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and popular culture. Jessica Simpson. In the early 2000s, Jessica Simpson emerged as a pop sensation, known for her bubbly personality and chart-topping hits like I Wanna Love You Forever, alongside her memorable role in reality television with Newlyweds. However, public scrutiny over her personal life and fluctuating career led to a significant shift in her image. After stepping back from the spotlight, Simpson reinvented herself as a successful entrepreneur with her fashion brand, which has gained considerable acclaim and financial success. Today, she is viewed not just as a former pop star, but as a savvy businesswoman who has navigated the complexities of fame, health challenges, and personal growth, resonating with audiences in a more nuanced way. Terry Crews. What happens when a star transforms their identity in the face of adversity? In the early 2000s, Terry Crews was celebrated as a muscular comic actor, often recognized for his role in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and memorable commercials that showcased his larger-than-life persona. However, behind the scenes, he faced significant personal challenges, including a struggle with mental health and a public battle against toxic masculinity. Through honesty and vulnerability, Crews reinvented himself as an advocate for mental health awareness and body positivity. Today, he is viewed not just as a comedic talent but as a powerful voice for change, reminding us that true strength often lies in embracing one's vulnerabilities. Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds first captured the spotlight as the charming lead in romantic comedies like Definitely, Maybe, where his boyish good looks and humor made him a fan favorite. However, his transition to action-packed roles, particularly in Deadpool, marked a significant turning point in his career, showcasing his ability to blend comedy with superhero grit. Along the way, Reynolds faced public scrutiny over personal and professional decisions, including a high-profile feud with a fellow actor that briefly overshadowed his rising star. Today, he is celebrated not only for his acting prowess, but also for his entrepreneurial ventures and philanthropic efforts, emerging as a multifaceted figure who resonates with audiences on various levels. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck first captured the public's imagination in the late 90s and early 2000s, starring in blockbuster hits like Good Will Hunting and Armageddon, where he was celebrated as a charming leading man. However, personal struggles and a series of critical missteps, including a controversial marriage and publicized battles with addiction, led to a notable decline in his career. In recent years, Affleck has embraced a more introspective approach, shifting his focus to directing and producing, while also openly discussing his challenges with mental health. Today, audiences recognize him not only for his cinematic achievements, but also for his candid vulnerability, marking a significant evolution in how he is perceived in Hollywood and beyond. Jon Hamm. In the mid-2000s, Jon Hamm emerged as the suave and enigmatic Don Draper on the acclaimed series Mad Men, captivating audiences with his portrayal of a complex advertising executive. However, after the show's conclusion in 2015, Hamm faced a challenging period of typecasting and uncertainty, struggling to break free from the shadow of his iconic role. Rather than retreating, he embraced a diverse range of projects, and showcasing his comedic talent in films like Tag and the series No Activity, while also taking on more dramatic roles in works like Beirut. Now, Hamm is recognized not just for his striking looks, but for his versatility, redefining his career and solidifying his place in Hollywood's evolving landscape. Tyra Banks. In the vibrant world of 1990s fashion, Tyra Banks emerged as a groundbreaking supermodel, celebrated for her stunning looks and trailblazing presence on runways and magazine covers. However, after facing the pressures of an industry that often prioritized youth, her career took a downturn, prompting a significant shift in her public persona. Embracing her multifaceted talents, Tyra reinvented herself as a television producer and host, notably with the iconic reality series America's Next Top Model, where she empowered aspiring models and reshaped industry standards. Now, Tyra is viewed not just as a model, but as a dynamic entrepreneur and advocate, showcasing a legacy that transcends her early image and inspires future generations. Ice Cube. In 2026, Ice Cube stands as a multifaceted entertainer, known not just for his groundbreaking work in hip-hop, but also for his successful ventures in film and television. Once celebrated primarily as a fierce voice of the West Coast rap scene in the early 90s, he faced the pressures of fame and public scrutiny as his career evolved. A pivotal shift came when he transitioned from music to acting, taking on diverse roles that expanded his appeal beyond the genre that initially defined him. Today, he is recognized as a versatile artist and entrepreneur, reshaping public perception and proving that reinvention is not only possible, but can lead to lasting influence across multiple platforms. Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande first captured the spotlight as a bright-eyed star on the Nickelodeon show Victorious, where her bubbly persona and powerful voice won over a young audience. However, after facing personal challenges and a series of public setbacks, including the tragic Manchester Arena bombing in 2017, she took a step back from the limelight. This moment became a turning point, prompting her to channel her experiences into her music, resulting in a more mature sound and deeper lyrical content. Now, Grande is celebrated not just as a pop icon, but also as a vocal advocate for mental health awareness, showcasing a journey of resilience that resonates with fans worldwide. Bryan Cranston. In the early 2000s, Bryan Cranston was best known as the affable dad Hal from the beloved sitcom Malcolm in the Middle. However, his career took a dramatic turn when he embraced the role of Walter White in the critically acclaimed series Breaking Bad, transforming from a comedic actor to a complex anti-hero. This shift not only revitalized his career but also showcased his remarkable range, earning him multiple awards and widespread recognition. Today, Cranston is seen as a versatile actor and director, celebrated for his intense performances and commitment to storytelling. His journey illustrates how embracing risk can lead to reinvention, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of television. Ice-T. Ice-T first burst onto the scene in the late 1980s as a pioneering figure in gangsta rap, known for his gritty lyrics and bold persona. However, his career faced scrutiny during the early 2000s when he transitioned into acting, particularly for his role on the long-running series Law & Order: Special Victims Unit, which sparked debate among some fans about his shift from music to television. Embracing this new path, Ice-T not only showcased his versatility, but also became a respected figure in the entertainment industry, often leveraging his experiences to connect with audiences. Today, he is seen as a multifaceted entertainer, celebrated for both his musical contributions and his impactful acting career. Sharon Osbourne. In the early 2000s, Sharon Osbourne burst into the public eye as the outspoken matriarch of the Osbourne family, captivating audiences with her candid personality on the reality show The Osbournes. However, her career faced significant challenges amid health issues and public controversies that shifted her image from a beloved television figure to a more polarizing presence. In recent years, Sharon has reinvented herself as a media personality and advocate, focusing on mental health awareness and supporting various charitable causes. Today, she is viewed with a mixture of nostalgia and respect, embodying the complexities of fame while continuing to engage with her audience through various platforms. LL Cool J. In the early 90s, LL Cool J was synonymous with hip-hop royalty, known for his smooth delivery and hits like I Need Love, which helped bridge rap and mainstream pop. However, the changing musical landscape and personal challenges led to a decline in his chart dominance by the late 90s. Instead of fading into obscurity, LL Cool J reinvented himself as an actor, securing a prominent role on the television series NCIS: Los Angeles, which showcased his versatility and drew in a new generation of fans. Today, he stands as a respected figure in both music and television, embodying the spirit of reinvention while maintaining a strong connection to his roots. Jamie Foxx. From a vibrant star of the early 2000s, known for his comedic charm and musical talent, Jamie Foxx first captured the public's attention with roles in Living Color and the Oscar-winning performance in Ray. However, following a period of personal and professional challenges, including a decline in visibility, he faced a pivotal moment that prompted a significant shift in his career. Embracing his multifaceted talents, Foxx transitioned into producing and expanded his repertoire with acclaimed projects like Just Mercy and the Netflix series Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. Now, he stands as a testament to versatility in Hollywood, celebrated not just for his previous fame, but for his enduring impact and ability to reinvent himself in an ever-changing industry. Rihanna. Rihanna first captured the world's attention as a pop sensation, known for her catchy hits and bold fashion statements. However, her image faced a significant turning point in 2009, when she became embroiled in a highly publicized domestic violence incident that dramatically shifted public perception. Rather than retreating, she transformed her narrative, using her platform to advocate for victims of abuse, while also expanding her career into fashion and beauty with the launch of Fenty Beauty. Today, Rihanna is celebrated not only for her musical achievements, but also for her entrepreneurial spirit and philanthropic efforts, embodying a multifaceted identity that resonates with fans around the globe. Steve Carell. Steve Carell first captured the public's attention as the bumbling but lovable Michael Scott on the iconic series The Office, a role that defined his early career and endeared him to millions. Following the show's conclusion, Carell faced a period of uncertainty as he sought to break free from his comedic roots, taking on dramatic roles in films like Foxcatcher, which showcased his versatility but also marked a departure from his previous image. Today, he is celebrated not only for his comedic brilliance, but also for his depth as an actor, with audiences recognizing him as a multifaceted talent who successfully reinvented himself in an ever-evolving entertainment landscape. Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill first burst onto the scene as a comedic force, known for his roles in films like Superbad and 21 Jump Street, where his larger-than-life persona resonated with audiences and defined a generation of raunchy humor. However, after grappling with personal challenges and a fluctuating public image, he made a decisive shift in his career, embracing more dramatic roles in films such as Moneyball and The Wolf of Wall Street. Today, Hill is recognized not just as a talented actor but also as a director and producer, advocating for mental health awareness and authenticity in Hollywood. This evolution showcases a profound transformation from the comedic archetype to a multifaceted artist committed to personal growth and storytelling. Mark Wahlberg. In the late 1990s, Mark Wahlberg was known as a heartthrob, captivating audiences with his role in Boogie Nights and his successful music career as the frontman of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. However, as his early fame waned, Wahlberg faced a turning point, stepping away from the spotlight to reassess his career direction. This shift led him to embrace a new identity as a versatile actor and producer, starring in blockbuster hits like The Fighter and Transformers. Now, he is recognized not only for his impressive filmography, but also for his entrepreneurial ventures, including a successful chain of burger restaurants, showcasing a profound reinvention that resonates with fans today. Anne Hathaway. In recent years, Anne Hathaway has embraced a more nuanced public persona, shifting from the polished, fairy tale image that first captivated audiences in films like The Princess Diaries. Initially celebrated for her charm and talent, Hathaway faced intense scrutiny and backlash during her rise, particularly following her Oscar win in 2013, which led to perceptions of inauthenticity. This turning point prompted a period of reflection and a conscious effort to pivot her career, embracing more diverse roles and candid conversations about the pressures of fame. Today, she is recognized not just for her acting prowess, but also for her advocacy on mental health and body positivity, illustrating a deeper connection with her audience. Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey first captured widespread attention with his charismatic performances in films like Dazed and Confused and The Lincoln Lawyer, establishing himself as a leading man in romantic comedies and dramas. However, by the early 2010s, his career faced a downturn, characterized by a series of underwhelming projects that led to a temporary retreat from Hollywood. This hiatus allowed him to reassess his path, culminating in a remarkable comeback with critically acclaimed roles in Mud and Dallas Buyers Club, which showcased his depth as an actor. Now, McConaughey is celebrated not only for his film work but also as an author and motivational speaker, embodying a multifaceted legacy that continues to inspire. Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum first captured the spotlight in the late 1990s as a supermodel, known for her striking looks and presence on the cover of Sports Illustrated. However, as the modeling industry shifted, she faced challenges in maintaining her prominence, leading to a perceived decline in her career. Embracing change, Klum reinvented herself as a television host and producer, most notably through her role on Project Runway, which showcased her creativity and business acumen. Now, she's recognized not just for her modeling past, but as a multifaceted entertainment figure, celebrated for her entrepreneurial spirit and contributions to fashion and television, proving that reinvention can lead to lasting success. Dave Bautista. Once celebrated primarily as a professional wrestler and the intimidating Drax from the Guardians of the Galaxy series, Dave Bautista has transformed his public persona in recent years. Initially, his larger-than-life character and physical presence overshadowed his acting abilities, leading some to view him as merely a muscular figure in Hollywood. However, Following a series of diverse roles in films such as Blade Runner 2049 and Knock at the Cabin, Bautista has garnered respect for his nuanced performances and willingness to tackle complex characters. Today, audiences recognize him not just as an action star, but as a versatile actor who has successfully navigated the pressures of fame and reinvented himself in the ever-evolving entertainment landscape. Taylor Swift. What does it mean to truly reinvent oneself in the public eye? In the early 2010s, Taylor Swift was celebrated as the sweet country darling, known for her heartfelt lyrics and youthful charm. However, as her career progressed, she faced intense scrutiny over her personal life and artistry, prompting a significant shift in her image. Embracing a more mature sound and bold themes, she transitioned into pop with albums like 1989, showcasing her resilience and adaptability. Now, Swift is recognized not only for her musical evolution but also for her advocacy on issues like artists' rights and mental health. This journey reflects a profound transformation, reminding us that reinvention can be both a personal and public endeavor. Lady Gaga. In the early 2010s, Lady Gaga burst onto the scene with her flamboyant costumes and chart-topping hits like Bad Romance, quickly becoming a pop culture icon synonymous with bold expression and theatricality. However, following a series of personal and professional challenges, including health issues and a shift in public perception, her career faced a significant downturn. Embracing vulnerability, Gaga reinvented herself, transitioning from a pop star to a multifaceted artist, showcasing her talents in acting with a powerful performance in A Star Is Born. Now, she is celebrated not only for her musical prowess but also for her advocacy work and authenticity, redefining what it means to be a modern celebrity. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart first rose to fame as a comedic powerhouse, known for his energetic stand-up routines and roles in blockbuster films like Ride Along and Central Intelligence. However, his career faced significant turbulence in 2018 when he stepped down from hosting the Oscars amid backlash over past homophobic tweets. This pivotal moment prompted Hart to reflect on his actions and take steps toward personal growth, leading him to engage in open conversations about accountability and inclusivity. Now, Hart is often viewed as a figure of resilience, successfully transitioning into a multifaceted entertainer with a renewed focus on authenticity in both his comedy and his public persona. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt first captured the spotlight as the lovable Andy Dwyer on the hit television series Parks and Recreation, where his charm and comedic timing endeared him to audiences. However, in the years following the show's conclusion, Pratt faced a notable career lull, struggling to shake off the typecasting that often accompanies breakout roles. His turning point came with the lead in Guardians of the Galaxy, where he transformed into a charismatic action star, showcasing his versatility and winning over a new generation of fans. Now, Pratt stands as a prominent figure in Hollywood, known for his blockbuster roles and family-friendly appeal, though he continues to navigate the complexities of public perception and personal brand. Mandy Moore. In the early 2000s, Mandy Moore was widely recognized as a pop princess, known for catchy hits like Candy and her youthful charm in romantic films. However, as the music landscape shifted and her early image began to fade, Moore faced a period of uncertainty, marked by a decline in mainstream visibility and a search for new artistic direction. Embracing her passion for acting, she transitioned into more complex roles, garnering acclaim for her performance in the acclaimed series This Is Us. Today, Mandy Moore is celebrated not only for her versatile talent, but also for her authenticity, embodying a journey of growth that resonates with many who admire her evolution from teen idol to a respected artist and storyteller. Snoop Dogg. What happens when a cultural icon decides to redefine their narrative? Snoop Dogg, once synonymous with the laid-back, party-centric lifestyle of West Coast hip-hop in the 1990s, faced a turning point as his public image began to shift. Moving beyond his early persona, he embraced a healthier lifestyle and diversified his career, venturing into cooking shows, cannabis, entrepreneurship, and even children's entertainment. Now, Snoop is celebrated not just for his music, but as a multifaceted figure who promotes wellness and positivity. His journey reflects a profound transformation, reminding us that reinvention is not just possible, but can lead to a more fulfilling life, resonating deeply with fans old and new. Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian first gained widespread recognition as a reality television star on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where her glamorous lifestyle and family dynamics captivated millions. However, following a series of controversies and public scrutiny, her image began to shift, leading to a perceived decline in her career. In a remarkable turnaround, Kim pivoted toward entrepreneurship, launching successful beauty and shapewear lines, while also advocating for criminal justice reform. Now, she is seen not just as a celebrity, but as a business mogul and activist, redefining her public persona and leaving an indelible mark on both the fashion industry and social justice initiatives. Jake Gyllenhaal. In the early 2000s, Jake Gyllenhaal was known for his roles in romantic dramas like The Day After Tomorrow and Brokeback Mountain, where he captured the essence of youthful angst and vulnerability. However, after a series of less successful films, his career faced a lull, prompting Gyllenhaal to reassess his path. Embracing darker, more complex characters, he re-emerged with standout performances in Nightcrawler and Prisoners, showcasing a new depth that surprised audiences. Now, he is regarded as a versatile actor who continually challenges himself, leaving behind his heartthrob image and carving out a legacy defined by artistic risk-taking and commitment to thought-provoking roles. Sarah Jessica Parker. In the early 2000s, Sarah Jessica Parker was the embodiment of fashion and femininity, captivating audiences as Carrie Bradshaw in the iconic series Sex and the City. However, as the series concluded, she faced a challenging period of career stagnation, marked by mixed reviews of her subsequent projects and a shift in public perception. Embracing this turning point, Parker reinvented herself, venturing into producing and launching her successful fragrance line, while also returning to television with projects that showcased her versatility. Today, she is celebrated not just for her past role, but as a savvy businesswoman and a style icon, proving that reinvention can lead to enduring relevance in the ever-evolving entertainment landscape. Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder first captured the spotlight in the 1990s as a beloved indie darling, known for her standout performances in films like Heathers and Little Women. However, her career faced a significant setback in 2001 when she was involved in a highly publicized shoplifting incident that overshadowed her earlier successes and led to a prolonged absence from the screen. In the years that followed, Ryder gradually reinvented herself, taking on roles in acclaimed series such as Stranger Things, which reintroduced her to a new generation of fans. Today, she is celebrated not only for her talent but also for her resilience, embodying a narrative of redemption that has reshaped her public image. Neil Patrick Harris. In 2026, Neil Patrick Harris stands as a versatile entertainer, seamlessly navigating between acting, hosting, and magic, a far cry from the child star known for his role as Doogie Howser, M.D., in the late 80s and early 90s. After facing a period of typecasting and a struggle to shed his youthful image, he experienced a turning point with his acclaimed performance in the sitcom How I Met Your Mother, which showcased his comedic range. From there, Harris reinvented himself, embracing diverse roles on stage and screen, as well as stepping into the spotlight as a charismatic host of award shows. Today, he is celebrated not just for his talent, but for his ability to evolve beyond initial fame. Robert Downey Jr. In the late 1990s, Robert Downey Jr. was often seen as the quintessential Hollywood bad boy, known for his charming performances in films like Chaplin and Natural Born Killers. However, his struggles with addiction led to a significant career decline and frequent legal troubles, painting a picture of a talented actor lost to personal demons. The turning point came in the mid-2000s when Downey embraced sobriety and reinvented himself, most notably through his role as Tony Stark in the Iron Man franchise, which redefined his public image. Today, he He stands not only as a celebrated actor, but also as a symbol of resilience, inspiring many with his journey of recovery and reinvention.